Here are the biggest global developments shaping the world right now. From a significant Ebola outbreak in Central Africa to the preparedness for evacuation on the International Space Station, today's news is crucial. We also explore U.S. sanctions on Cuba and the ongoing Israel-Hezbollah conflict. Here are today's top 10 stories you need to know. The recent sentencing of museum thieves has sparked conversations about the importance of preserving cultural heritage. This event highlights the ongoing efforts to combat art crime and protect artifacts that hold historical significance. Museums around the world are taking this opportunity to review their security protocols and improve measures to prevent future thefts. Increased awareness about the value of cultural heritage is crucial, as it fosters a sense of responsibility among institutions and individuals. The international community is being urged to collaborate more effectively in tracking and recovering stolen artifacts. The dialogue surrounding art theft is essential in ensuring that history is preserved for future generations. As this story evolves, it is clear that protecting cultural heritage must remain a priority on the global agenda. Pope Leo's visit to migration hotspots in Europe is not just a diplomatic gesture, it represents a broader advocacy for the rights of migrants. His presence aims to raise awareness about the challenges faced by those fleeing conflict and poverty. The Pope's message emphasizes compassion and solidarity, urging nations to provide sanctuary for those in need. This visit has the potential to catalyze change in policies regarding asylum and immigration across Europe. As discussions unfold, the Pope's influence may encourage leaders to adopt more humane approaches. The plight of migrants is a pressing global issue, and the Pope's advocacy shines a spotlight on the urgent need for action. The world is looking for leadership in addressing this crisis, and the Pope's role could prove pivotal in shaping public sentiment and policy. Aid organizations are emphasizing the importance of trust in combating the escalating Ebola outbreak. As cases continue to rise in Central Africa, community engagement is becoming a critical component of response strategies. Health officials are working tirelessly to build relationships with local populations, ensuring that individuals feel safe seeking medical help. Misinformation about the virus can lead to stigma and reluctance to seek treatment, which hampers efforts to control the outbreak. The situation calls for increased transparency and communication from health authorities. Community leaders are being involved in outreach efforts to educate the public about the virus and its transmission. As these organizations mobilize resources and support, the ultimate goal remains to stabilize the situation and prevent further spread. The international community is being urged to contribute to these efforts, emphasizing a united front against this public health threat. In a developing story from the Himalayas, a Sherpa guide has been reported missing during an expedition, raising alarm among both climbers and the local community. Sherpas, known for their unparalleled skills and intimate knowledge of the mountains, are indispensable in ensuring the safety of climbers navigating the region's perilous terrain. Search and rescue teams have been deployed, utilizing helicopters and ground personnel to scour the area, which is notorious for its rapidly changing weather conditions that can hinder rescue efforts. The missing Sherpa's extensive experience is critical, and there remains a glimmer of hope for a successful recovery. This incident highlights the inherent dangers of high-altitude climbing, where even seasoned guides face significant risks. The local community, which relies heavily on the mountaineering industry, is deeply concerned about the implications of this disappearance. As search operations continue, the hope is to locate the missing guide swiftly and safely, emphasizing the need for enhanced safety measures in future expeditions. In a notable development in the realm of cultural heritage, thieves who stole priceless artifacts from a museum have been sentenced. This case highlights the ongoing battle against art theft and the importance of preserving history for future generations. The stolen items, including ancient relics, were taken from a museum renowned for its collection of historical artifacts. The sentencing serves as a reminder of the legal system's commitment to protecting cultural heritage. Authorities are increasing efforts to recover stolen items and prevent future thefts. Museums and cultural institutions worldwide are now reviewing security measures to safeguard their collections. As the global community values cultural history, incidents like this underscore the need for vigilance in protecting our shared heritage. The focus will now shift to international cooperation in combating art crime and ensuring that stolen artifacts are returned to their rightful places. Pope Leo has embarked on a significant visit to Europe's migration hotspots, spotlighting the ongoing humanitarian crisis affecting millions. His journey aims to draw attention to the plight of refugees and migrants who face perilous journeys in search of safety and stability. The Pope's presence underscores the moral obligation of nations to provide assistance and compassion to those in need. This visit comes at a time when European countries are grappling with rising anti-immigrant sentiments and increasingly restrictive border policies. By meeting with local communities, charity workers, and migrants themselves, the Pope seeks to humanize the crisis and amplify the voices of those often marginalized. This initiative aligns with the Vatican's broader mission to promote human dignity and solidarity. As the Pope advocates for humane policies, there is hope that European leaders will be inspired to take meaningful action. The impact of this visit could resonate beyond immediate humanitarian aid, potentially influencing policy changes across the continent. In the coming months, a renewed emphasis on compassion may reshape how nations approach migration challenges. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hezbollah continues to escalate, raising alarms in the region. Recent clashes have led to significant military actions and heightened tensions along the Israel-Lebanon border, with reports of increased rocket fire and retaliatory airstrikes. This violence is a continuation of a long-standing conflict rooted in territorial disputes, political rivalries, and deep-seated animosities. Both sides have fortified their military presence, prompting fears of a broader regional conflict that could draw in neighboring countries and international actors. The situation has dire implications for civilians, as artillery exchanges threaten populated areas and humanitarian access is severely restricted. International powers, including the United States and European nations, are urging both parties to exercise restraint, but diplomatic efforts appear increasingly futile amid the escalating violence. The conflict's ramifications extend beyond the immediate region, influencing global security dynamics and international relations. As military operations intensify and ceasefire talks falter, the need for a sustainable resolution becomes more urgent, with the potential for renewed negotiations remaining a critical goal. In a significant geopolitical maneuver, the United States has sanctioned Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel and several other officials. This decision comes amid ongoing tensions between the two nations, reflecting long-standing frustrations with Cuba's governance and its human rights record. The sanctions are part of a broader U.S. strategy to hold leaders accountable for systemic abuses, including the suppression of dissent and restrictions on freedom of expression. Critics argue that these measures may exacerbate the humanitarian situation in Cuba, where many citizens already face economic hardships. The sanctions impose asset freezes and travel bans on individuals seen as responsible for repressive actions, aiming to increase pressure on the Cuban leadership. The potential impact of these sanctions is significant, as they could strain diplomatic efforts and hinder any thawing of relations. Observers also note that this could influence regional dynamics as other Latin American countries evaluate their positions on Cuba. With the U.S. administration committed to promoting democracy and human rights, the efficacy of these sanctions will be closely scrutinized in the coming months, particularly regarding their impact on the Cuban populace's future. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station are currently preparing for a possible evacuation due to an air leak detected in the station. This alarming situation has prompted NASA to investigate the source and severity of the leak, as any compromise in cabin pressure could endanger the lives of the crew. The ISS, a symbol of international cooperation in space exploration, has hosted astronauts from various nations, making the safety of this mission a global concern. In response to this crisis, contingency plans are being implemented, including thorough checks of escape vehicles such as the Crew Dragon and Soyuz spacecraft. The crew, highly trained for emergencies, is following established safety protocols, but this incident serves as a stark reminder of the inherent risks involved in long-duration space missions. The impact of this air leak extends beyond immediate safety, raising questions about the integrity of the ISS and its future missions. As investigations continue, NASA is committed to resolving the issue swiftly, emphasizing the importance of safety in space. Looking ahead, the agency aims to enhance its monitoring systems to prevent similar incidents, ensuring that the ISS remains a viable platform for scientific research and international collaboration in the cosmos. A significant public health emergency is unfolding in Central Africa as the Ebola outbreak continues to escalate. Currently, there are 330 confirmed cases, and the World Health Organization has reported that hundreds more suspected cases have been identified. This outbreak, which began in a remote region, poses an urgent threat not only to the affected communities, but also to global health security. The history of Ebola outbreaks in Africa highlights the disease's lethality and the challenges of containment. Past experiences show that swift action is crucial in preventing widespread transmission. Health officials are emphasizing the need for rapid response and containment strategies, particularly in densely populated areas. Trust is vital in combating the outbreak, as aid organizations confirm that community cooperation can significantly enhance response efforts. Misinformation can hinder these efforts, making education essential. The international community is being urged to provide support in terms of medical supplies, personnel, and expertise to stem further spread. As we move forward, the focus will be on vaccination efforts, which have proven effective in previous outbreaks, and the establishment of treatment centers to care for the infected. The hope is to curb the outbreak before it spirals further out of control, avoiding a scenario similar to past crises. Immediate action is necessary to secure the health of the region and prevent potential global ramifications. Thank you for joining us as we explored today's most impactful stories. Which story shocked you the most? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on global news.